Alright, hello, test. Alright, cool. Anyway, hi, hello, hi Andrew. My February is going eh. I mean as far as like content's going, that's going great. As far as like everything else, it's a mixed bag. If anything, actually contemplated not streaming tonight. It's like the work's just been obnoxious. Like I don't know. The more days that pass by, the more I come to hate my job. But anyway, that's not really here nor there. But yeah, I seriously debated not even getting on today. I'm just annoyed. But I do have like a tentative schedule to keep. So I figured I'd just keep it short and sweet today. We'll try to get through a couple more worlds, and then maybe, assuming no other headaches happen, I will try to finish Banjo on Friday, and then that leaves the rest of the weekend to get through on our uh, the other two games on our traditional list, being DKC and Diddy Kong Racing, because those should not take long whatsoever. If anything, I think I can beat both of those in a session apiece. But anyway, oh god, I'm sorry for that unique color palette. I also forgot to plug my controller back in. And of course, when I plug it back in, it's refusing to work. Hang on a second. Okay, there we go. Psychedelic, yeah. So yeah, last time we left off, we just finished up going through both the desert and Christmas Land. So now it's time for Mad Monster Mansion. I think I'm going to do this and one other world and then call it a night. And then we can probably do the rest of the game on Friday. Hopefully. But yeah, also it feels weird it feels weird with Bottles not saying you have a new move to learn, because yeah, the last move in the game you have to learn was in Gobi's Valley, being the last world. Beyond that, it's just utilizing what you already know. You know what? Come here. That's what you get. Just yeah, as far as Mad Monster Mansion, as far as worlds go, I mean, I like it. It definitely fits the whole Halloween-y vibe going. I don't think it's anything particularly special. These two guests are rather bland. Let's make sure they're unwelcome. Yeah, there's something under the floorboards here. It's our first hollow honeycomb piece. Unfortunately, we're a bit too thick to reach that, so we'll have to come back. But yeah, Mad Monster Mansion is I don't know, it's pretty interesting when it comes in the grand scheme of things. It's like, I can't really think of anything that stands out besides, you know, the mansion itself and the chapel, of course, but everything else is just kind of there. Also, you have the toilet, and of course the toilet is also sentient. Under the floorboards with Harrison Ford. Yeah, that's one thing I can say about Mad Monster Mansion, though, is that it starts unveiling a lot more quote-unquote unkillable enemies, because you have the skeletons being the limbos who don't die when you attack them, and then you also have the ghosts, because you can't have a Halloween level without ghost enemies. But we'll see them soon enough. Well, actually, you'll see them in that painting right now. They're called teehees. There's one now. Yeah, when I say invincible enemies, I mean that literally the only way they are able to be killed is if you use your invincibility feathers. 9 out of 10 times, it's not worth it. It's really just a waste, but sometimes they just get in your way. But anyway, we got our first Jinjo in the last Jinjo. Yes, Jinjo. Well, actually, we have our second Jinjo here, too. We might find all the little critters relatively fast. Yeah, don't mind all the mansions. Don't mind all the windows we're breaking either. That's just par for the course. But yeah, high SP. But yeah, my February kind of just But I hope you guys are having a decent month so far. Can't forget this one note. And of course I do have to mention that yeah. Do have to mention again, we're raising money. I know I'm being annoying about that, but I mean, I feel like I kind of have to. Hi, Ved. But yeah, it's just gonna be a shorter one today, because just like I said towards the beginning, I had a very annoying day, and I don't typically try to let that get to me, but sometimes, like, I was talking with a friend of mine. It's like everyone has their limits. It's like, oh my god. And apparently I'm reaching mine both mentally and in motor function. But we'll still be on schedule. If anything, most of the games I have planned for this year aren't too long. If anything, the game that will take me the longest is most likely 2E. Do I want this? Yes, I do. I don't know why they would put a Mumbo token in the Scorching Flames, but here we are. Okay. We gotta be careful, because we can't actually wake this guy up. Careful. Nailed it. Grunty's gold, how it's shown. She'll be mad, now it's gone. I don't think it's pronounced that way. Yes, I'm mad, my boot I'll put up your useless spooky butt. I don't know if those particularly count. You don't pronounce gone like gone. Anyway, yeah, here we have Grunty's men, and we have everything that's important in her life. Her broomstick, her minion, her dingpot, and her sister, even though I'm pretty sure they don't get along. Also, there's a picture of Mumbo here, too. For those who don't know the fascinating Banjo-Kazooie lore, Mumbo used to be Grunty's master as far as, like, teaching her magic and stuff. Unfortunately, she kinda grew a bit too big for her britches, both figuratively and literally, and she cursed him. She cursed him with a hideous face, and that's why he wears that mask. That's also why he's helping us with an asterisk. Because a fun fact, if you game over in this game, it turns out Mumbo's not exactly that loyal. He just goes running straight to Grunty because she's hot. Bro folds like instantly. That's a thing about Rare-Y games. Is like they really like to kick you in the teeth if you got a game over. They really just have to rub it in. Anyway, welcome to the wine cellar. And as you can most likely hear, there's another little creature in these barrels. And hey, I wonder why that one's X'd out and all the other ones are just fine. Anyway, there's another Jiggy in the bag. But yeah, it's just strange. It's like as much as I gush about this game and all the other worlds, I really don't have that much to say about Mad Monster Mansion. I like how there's just 2 eggs hanging out in that barrel. But anyway, we're doing decent enough. Alright, where to next? I'm trying to think. There's just some random notes here. Bust this gate open. They really don't make it obvious that you can bust those down. Yeah, those skeletons, they're called limbos. They're just basically like dry bones. You knock them down, they'll get right back up after a few seconds. I think you can kill them permanently with invincibility, but don't quote me on that. Also, it's an extreme waste of gold feathers. I have so many Mumbo tokens, like, I think I should be straight on those. Because, yeah, Mumbo's also in the Halloween level as well. Which one is that? Oh, this part. Well, first things first. Just get these notes real quick. And now we have a little game to play. Greetings, O Solid One. I'm Tumblar the Mighty. Solve the puzzle, and you can take this infernal thing that's stuck under me. So yeah, we need to utilize Tumblar the Mighty and spell out the name of the game yet again. Just avoid the grunty spaces and the purple ghost. They will knock you off Tumblar the Mighty and waste your time. And 75 seconds is kind of cutting it a bit close. Especially if you haven't recognized where all the letters are. Like I haven't. Where the heck is the A? You get knocked down, then you get knocked up again, you ain't never gonna keep them down. Yeah, something like that. I was about to say, where'd the ghost go? Okay, we'll just wait. Since the last 2 letters are thankfully right next to each other. Easy. At last, the puzzle is solved. Take this thing. I'm leaving this gloomy shed. Goodbye, Mr. Mighty. But yes, you always have to refer to him as Tumblar the Mighty. That's in the contract every time. Every time. Where he goes, no one knows. That's for his brain only. Assuming he even has a brain. Bust that up. What am I? Oh, there's another little guy. Another silly little fella. And also just a bunch of freaking skeletons, like Jesus. We already got 4 out of the 5 of them. I could have swore there was like another gate to bust up. Well, there's another Mumbo token at least. You know what? We'll hold off on that. We'll hold off on going in the chapel. We will wander the outskirts of the chapel, though. And of course, we gotta put the eggs in the pots, because that results in flowers somehow.
Thank you.
Also, trust me, they're saying thank you. I know it sounds very much like they're saying something completely different, but yeah, they're saying thank you.
Thank you.
And of course, we have to deal with the Rippers. I don't like the Rippers. They used to scare baby creature. I mean, not anymore, but still. The tough little buggers. They can take 2 taps. Hang on. Seriously? Okay, buddy. There we go. Oh, hey, Mumbo token. I didn't even know that was back there. Perish. I caught that. There's no way I had that bounce, but I caught that. Whatever. It's another Jiggy in the bag. Also, hey, there's a funny looking window. Turns out you can jump right through it. It also turns out that it's full of supplies. I mean, I don't really need the red feathers or even the gold feathers. I will take the eggs though. And also the extra life I don't need. But yeah, it's just a nifty little supply room. Bro, back off. Okay, bust this gate open, and of course we have the hedge maze. The hedge maze that's full of ghosts, mind you. Yeah, this is one of those instances where it's like, just waste the feathers. Those ghosts will follow you. And unfortunately, they follow actual ghost rules where they can phase through things. There's our last little guy. The Jinjos in this level are really easy to find. Like, really easy. Usually that's one of the last Jiggies I get when I'm close to beating a world, but nah, they were one of the first. Wow, you were just phased out of bounds. Like, straight up, you were outside the map. It's not even fair. Alright, I think that's everything of importance in the hedge maze. I think. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I need to do? Oh wait, there's a window I didn't bust up. Hang on. No window will go unbroken. That isn't already broken anyway. Just feathers in here? Ow. Wow, it's just feathers in here. I don't even need red feathers. Well, at least not right now. Okay, all these are boarded up. Is there one over here? Yes, there is. Bust that up real quick. Let me guess, this one's just full of eggs. Yep, it's full of eggs. But to be fair, I actually didn't need the eggs. Alright, I feel like there's one thing that I'm missing before we go inside the chapel. I just can't for the life of me think of what it is. Oh, right, the well. I mean, do we have to go in the well as... Nah, we can hold off on the well. Let's go to the chapel. As soon as I remember how to get there. Because you seriously do not have a lot of time. Oh, duh. I know what I'm forgetting. We have to get on top of the chapel. So let's go do that real quick. It's like I knew I was forgetting something. Like there's even a note up here to like goad you into getting on top of the roof. In fact, there's a bunch of notes up here. Yeah, Mad Monster Mansion shouldn't take us that much longer. You know, assuming the camera doesn't want to screw me over. Camera, please. You had your one time tonight. There's another Mumbo token, like Jesus. I'm just trying so hard not to fall off again. Okay. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. There's another Jiggy for us. Another one in the bag. That makes 6. Yeah, we're making really good time. Alright, now we can go into the chapel, and then we'll save the Mumbo stuff for last. I forget, do you have to slam this switch? I think you do. Yeah, the chapel doors open upon hitting that switch. Unfortunately, you only have 14 seconds to get there. And the camera really does not like me today. But we did it. 3 seconds to spare. Thankfully, the cutscene doesn't block you out like a certain other world does. Yes, welcome to the inside of the Mad Monster Chapel. It's stupidly huge in here. I don't know who was supposed to be seated in this church, but they're a lot bigger than us. I was about to say, I knew there were notes up on these giant freaking benches. Why was I struggling with that? I really am out of it today. Even the ghosts are big. And if anything, the only feathers I'm needing right now are gold ones. Keep having to waste them on killing the souls of the departed. Is there anything on the side? No, there was a beehive with actual bees. In fact, there's a beehive on both sides, which is wild. Game is just tossing his Mumbo tokens at me anyway. And hey, we have a guest. Motan plays his organ with ease, but can you follow him on the keys? So yeah, this is Motan. And we gotta follow him on the keys, like he said. You would think Banjo or Kazooie would have some reservations about moving into a house right next to where a giant witch's face is carved into a mountain. Hey, for all we know, they could have been there first. They could have been there first and just woke up and be like, oh, hey, that's new. Not bad, Bear, but now watch me. Copy this tune and amazed I'll be. Plus, it's not like they have anywhere else that's accessible to get to. Like, the only reason they were able to leave Spiral Mountain is because Grunty's sisters drilled a giant freaking hole to, like, another freaking continent. Like, imagine if they didn't show up. Oh, yes, spoiler, I guess. Grunty has sisters. We'll be meeting them soon enough. But anyway, we're trying to bust it down, this organ. Thankfully, he goes at a relatively slow pace. It's probably due to being dead. music skills are mighty fine. So take this golden piece of mine. Thank you. I don't know why everyone in the Monster Mansion rhymes too, but who am I to judge? Because like the ghost with the jiggy rhymes, the giant ghost hand rhymes. It's an extra life I still don't need. There's another jiggy in the bag. And here, it's a nifty little flight pad so we can get to the top of the church. Because there is actually stuff up here. Like a nifty little witch switch. And our first hollow honeycomb piece. And some golden feathers too, I guess, but I'm not going all the way over there. The only unfortunate part is that it's a long way down. Anyway, smash that. Oh right, we're gonna have to bust that eye open, which I guess means we're gonna need that flight pad again. Forgot about that. But to be fair, I always forget which eye it spawns in. Anyway, down we go. This might still hurt a bit. Okay, 1 point of damage. I can live with that. If we fell any further, it would have been way, way more. Alright, so I think that's everything we have to do with the chapel. And honestly, I think that's everything we have to do as a bear and a bird. So let's go pay the shaman a visit. Thankfully, there's this giant gap in the wall that's not full of thorns. How many tokens do we even need this time? 20. We have more than enough. He is holding out on us with more notes, though. Wow, 1 whole golden feather. I mean, it's better than nothing. But anyway, hit me, Magic Man. So yeah, here's transformation number 4. A pumpkin. Ah, Mumbo proud of pumpkin spell. Make good soup. I don't know why he's proud of this. It's like, I mean, you're a pumpkin. You're small. You can't fit in small spaces. That's literally the only purpose for this transformation. I don't even like pumpkins. Like, I don't like pumpkin flavored anything. That's just salt on the wound. Hang on, I gotta make this jump. Because unfortunately this is the only way to get to the only way to get to the roof of the manor is up through the hedge maze. Alright, I'm trying to remember which window it was. It was this one. So let's just grab that. Alright, that's our hollow honeycomb pieces done. Now we have to go to the other window. And this is most assuredly the grossest jiggy we'll be getting all game. Yeah, you see this toilet? You see how it's conspicuously pumpkin shaped? Yeah. Happy landings, little one. Down we go. Oh, the things we do for treasure. So yeah, we had to get flushed. All for the sake of a jiggy. Hopefully the smell washes off with the transformation. I can't believe you went in there. Now wash your hands, filthy bear. Hey Grunty, I don't know if you notice I'm a pumpkin. I don't really have hands at the moment. But also, that's not the only pipe we're going down. Another jiggy in the bag. And we only got 1 jiggy to go. And thankfully I know where it is. It's time to go down that well. Since I can figure out where it is. No, that's the exit. Although we will be leaving this world as a pumpkin. Excuse me. Yeah, the well's over here, I believe. Oh crap, there were notes over here. But thankfully we can also go in the water as a pumpkin. I guess the piranhas don't like the taste of pumpkin either. I don't blame them. There's a nice little exit over there too, so we can get out. But first, we have to jump in. And that's our last Jiggy. And if I remember correctly, this should be where the last few notes are as well, which I did. And just like that, we're done with Mad Monster Mansion. So now we get to leave. But like I said, we're actually going to be leaving as the pumpkin because it's this is probably like the trickiest part of the game, and to be completely objective, like I think this is not something that's well telegraphed or, you know, shown. So before you go into Mad Monster Mansion, the game expects you to have busted down a gate in the hub world. To be fair, there is a fork in the road heading to Mad Monster Mansion from Grunty's lair that leads to a gate. I mean, you wouldn't think you'd be able to smash that gate, but you do have to smash that gate. And now you have to run to where that gate is as a defenseless little pumpkin. Did I mention you were defenseless? Yeah. So you have to go through this gate as a pumpkin. Why? Because that door is not big enough for a bear to fit through, and unfortunately, you can't smash through the rest of it. So you go through this door, and who do you find but the Magic Man himself? I don't know why he's hanging out around here, but I don't know, free real estate, I guess. I think this is the only time you find Mumbo in Grunty's lair, for whatever reason. So yeah, now that we're a bear again, we can smash this coffin, which allows us to press this switch. And that switch raises the water level in another section of Grunty's lair. Wow, bro went right back to sleep. I don't blame him, though. Yeah, unfortunately, we do have to become a pumpkin again to get back out. Pumpkin making Mumbo hungry. Me get pot ready. So yeah, it's like, after that, you'd think we would just head back to Mad Monster Mansion to, you know, turn back. Except we're not doing that. We're on a schedule. We're on a time crunch, so we're going to keep going until the magic runs out. Even though I have to go through this ripper-infested graveyard. What fun. You can typically tell which gravestones are not safe, though, as they're colored a lot lighter. What kind of pot we talking here, Mumbo? I don't know, but hello, Singing Dave. Tootie says she's fine with me. If you go home, I'll set her free. Yeah, I'm not trusting you, witch. So yeah, there is one thing you can do as a pumpkin, which there's a tiny little hole over that away. Unfortunately, well, you can't really see it. Unfortunately, it's really treacherous to go that way, and you know, if you fall down, you die. You're not going for Cheeto. Nah, I don't consider visiting Cheeto part of 100%. I mean, he's there, but it's like, even then, I don't consider his cheats particularly useful in this game. Except the one that gives you more gold feathers. That's the only useful one. And that's the easiest one to find. But yeah, I'm not doing it. I know he's there, but just for the sake of time, it's like, yeah. I will show off Cheeto at least once. It's just, you do have to backtrack him. I found the Red Feathers Cheetah Lifesaver. I never really run dry on Red Feathers, even towards the late game. Like, the closest I get to running out of red feathers on any given playthrough is in the last world, funny enough. But even then, I still have enough. It's just gold feathers. And I could probably conserve more of them, but I like the cheese parts of this game. Anyway, that's another Jiggy in the bag. Alright, right, now we have to go back to where the water is. Because since we raised the water level, now we can get to some new parts of the lair. And then as far as the eggs are concerned, you don't need more eggs. There's never a point where you need more eggs. Unless your aim is that bad. Which it could be. Which... I'm doing this out of order. I need to raise the water higher. Because we can in fact get much higher. So we're just going to swim over here. Do not mind the chump. That's what the fish's name is, actually. The Gingernator has entered the chat. Listen, we're saving all the funny little guys since we need all the jiggies. He ain't got nothing. He can't judge. He can't judge whatsoever. Anyway... we come up here. I think there's a cauldron up here too, because there is. I'm just gonna grab that for later. Oh hey, another shortcut, even though this is only like 2 rooms over. And hey, we have a nifty little rareware crate over here. I wonder what's inside it. Another switch. And now we get to raise the water level again. Which lets us get into that nifty little chamber. Oh wait, gold feather, I need that. I'm definitely gonna need all the gold feathers I can get coming up. So yeah, let's just let's waddle our way over here real quick. Bust this grate. And yeah, here we have our next portrait. 12 jiggies later and we unlock the next world. What most people, myself included, to be considered the worst world in the game. Rusty Bucket Bay. Yeah, I don't know anyone who considers this level to be their favorite. In fact, I don't know anyone who considers this level not to be the low point of the game. I mean, I know a game's supposed to get harder the more you, the farther you get in it, but that still has to be fair. Grunty's plan is rather cunning. Not then guys will come running. She's not wrong. Anyway, welcome to Rusty Bucket Bay, and there's our main focal point for the level, the Rusty Bucket. If you're wondering why everyone hates this level, it's mainly because the simplest way I can put it is that this level hates you. Everything in this level is designed to kill you in the most unfun and unfair ways possible. But anyway, we're going to start with a specific Jiggy because it's the bane of my existence. I mean, we can also get the first hollow honeycomb piece because it's right here. Alright, Goldfeather, there's only 2 kinds of enemies I can't stand. Enemies intolerant of other enemies and the witch. Yeah. Yeah, welcome to the most treacherous room in all of Banjo-Kazooie, the engine room. And in case you're wondering, yes, that is a bottomless pit. And yes, you will die. See, Wolfpack's back getting jiggy with it. Yeah, I figured I'd get on at least for a little bit. Like I said, I didn't have the best of days today, but the show must go on, as they say. Yeah, you do have to kind of wait for these pipes to stop spinning, but you will still fall off if you're not careful. And believe me, I'm trying to be as careful as I can be. You This is a Michael Caine line from Austin Powers. I haven't rewatched Austin Powers in ages. Also, the camera refuses to be completely straight. So I'm just gonna have to do my best. But anyway, we have 2 switches in the engine room to hit. And both of those switches will slow down these turbines. As you can see, there's a jiggy inside those turbines. And hitting both of these switches will cause them to stop. You're thinking simple, right? Well, yes, but also no. You can move the camera with the right stick. I'm aware of that, Spoon, but it doesn't always line up perfectly, as you're witnessing. Okay, we're waiting for that, we're waiting for that. I should probably get the jiggy in the engine room too before I consider doing anything. Because yes, there is a jiggy in here. And all the notes. Ooh, that was close. I almost jumped on that. So yeah, we're not going to hit this switch right yet. As you can see, there's a shiny little jiggy over here. As you can also see, there's also not so shiny fans spinning in here. Actually, you know what? Thinking about it, I wonder. That did not go according to plan. Oh, I should have. I forget. You have to slow these fans down. Okay, I am doing this out of order. You were supposed to say the N64 doesn't have a second stick. Well, I mean, that's also true. Okay, we're gonna have to come back in the engine room, unfortunately, because I did this completely out of order. So yeah, you hit both of those switches and the turbines stop for you to get the jiggy. You're probably asking yourself, well, that doesn't seem too bad. Well, it isn't. There's just 2 problems. One, you only have 65 seconds to get out there and get it. From the inside of the ship, no less. And 2, you have to make sure you not only have enough time to get in there, you also need enough time to get out. Because the second those turbines turn back on, whether you're inside them or not, it is an instant kill. So if you touch them while they're still spinning at any point, you will die. This also sucks because sometimes I forget where the front of the ship is and the back of the ship is. Thankfully, I remembered. My oily water, in you plunge. You'll lose air while in that gun. Under the scum, you'll breathe your last, because air is used twice as fast. Oh yeah, Grunty's also not kidding about that. Remember how I said everything in this level is designed to kill you? Also, note how it says England, because Rare-Y is British. But yeah, I'm not kidding. Even the water is designed to kill you, because even just swimming on top of the water will drain your air. And if you have to dive under it, which believe me, you do, your air drains twice as fast. So yeah, you can drown just by being on the... You can drown just being on the surface of this oily crud. And your air will not replenish until you are on land. Solid land. Standing on a box does not count, unfortunately. We talk about Fight Club Bruno before we talk about the N64 second stick. Yeah, that ancient second stick. So yeah, we did get the toughest jiggy to get in this level, to be fair. Unfortunately, we still have to go into the engine room one more time, because I'm stupid. And also, keep in mind, since we are playing the original version of the game, if we die, all the notes in the level reset. The jiggies we get to keep. Mercifully. The notes, not so much. I think if you're on the box, the air replenishes. I was standing on the box, and it did not. Yeah, we also gotta go down these pipes. Because a ship has many moving parts, Ed boy. Oh yeah, of course, the TNT boxes are also sentient, and they have very sharp teeth for some reason. But yeah, as you can probably imagine, TNT is explosive. This is where those eggs do come in handy, though. Yeah, I don't think the air replenishes on the box. Either that or I wasn't standing on it long enough. But yeah, we have some eggs, some feathers, a few notes. We're mainly just in here for the notes. The ship has many compartments, after all. And we have to search all of them. I'm very hesitant to collect more notes because I know I have to go back into the engine room and get that jiggy. And as you can imagine, if you get hit by those spinning fans, they'll knock you back. And there's a very good chance that they'll knock you back into the abyss. Like I said, everything in Rusty Bucket Bay is designed to kill you. You are not supposed to have fun here. Anyway, what's in here? This is the navigation room. And of course it's full of seamen. These are the jokes, people. I need you to laugh, please. I need validation. I'm not even joking. Those things are called seaman grublins. Of course I'm pronouncing it improperly. It's seaman, but I mean, funny. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Thank you, Lion. That shocked me. Like, I do appreciate the sub. Even though I also kind of want to say, like, please hold off on subbing to me. I'd rather you give that money to the cause. But I do appreciate that all the same. Could have swore there was another window to break, because there is. Alright, yeah, 7 years. But yeah, seriously, thank you. Anyway, this is the captain's quarters. And of course the captain's holding out on us with a jiggy. There's another one in the bag. I think I'll save the rest of the engine room for last. That DK graphic was perfectly timed after the seaman discussion. Yeah, it was. I can't deny that. Okay, which one's the bad pipe? Okay, this one's the good pipe. And if you're wondering what I mean by the good pipe and the bad pipe, remember how I said everything's sentient? It also includes the pipes. Some of them will just, you know, grow teeth and bite you. Anyway, here we are in the kitchen, the most important room of the ship. That's a lot of eggs. It's also very messy, very dangerous. Also, there's a mumbo token and I kind of need that. You do have to use invincibility because as you can imagine, ovens are hot. And I wouldn't suggest touching a lit one. The mess hall, kitchen, mess hall, whatever. Tomato. Anyway, we got what we came here for. I can't say that I'm the best at nautical terminology because I mean I've never really been on a boat like that. If anything, I don't even like being on boats. I get seasick really easily. So yeah, the seaman's life is not for me. Oh yeah, Grunty will also scold you for touching a hot oven like an idiot. I could have showed that off, but I mean, I don't know. Instinct's kind of just taking the wheel at this point. I am a bit on autopilot, but But yeah, it's like even the front of the back of the boat. I don't even know if they use this terminology anymore. Do sailors still use port and starboard? And like starboard and larboard or whatever it's called? I only know those terms because of Final Fantasy. That Omega fight is just... It's something. Ah yes, here we have engine controls, which is where I should have came first. Because this switch actually slows the fans down enough to where you can jump between them. You still have to time the jump, which is mainly what concerns me. But now it's possible. I never once thought to try invincibility my way through them, but I guess the developers thought of that, so you can't. Would have loved to cheese that part out, if anything. Where's this stupid code? 312111. I feel like that code is the same every time you play this game. It has to be. Don't growl at me. And here we have the seaman quarters. Okay, I swear I'll stop. I swear I'll stop with the seaman jokes after that one. My guess is they still use that terminology to a point because I've done some stage handwork and they still call some stuff up stage and down the stage. I see. I mean, I get why they hang on to it. I mean, it's established terminology. It makes sense, but like, it also just sounds so freaking old-timey. And considering how we've only gotten dumber as time goes on, you'd think we'd do some updating. Yeah, you're entering the code, and I'm gonna give you one clean guess as to what you get for putting this code right. Nice. Land it right on top of me. That's another one in the bag. Alrighty then, we'll do all the stuff outside the ship later, because then I do have to come back to the ship eventually. TNT doesn't look safe, especially since it's only being hoisted by a tiny little rope. Are you serious? How did I miss that? Like actually, how did I miss that? We're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, I was not meant to be a seafarer because as soon as I get on that water, it ain't pretty. You got to feel the eel, maybe. But now I need this eel to feel this. Bastard. Oh. Yeah, that was a bit of an oopsie. Anyway, it's just another one in the bag. I forget what's on top of this one, though. Oh, it's a mumbo token. You'd think they'd have the eel guarding the one with the jiggy, but apparently not. Alright, I think we've had enough fun on the rusty bucket for now. Let's go venture outside. Oh yeah, that's another reason why this level hates you. You have to pay troll tolls. Apparently eggs count as currency, thankfully, but still. And just like real life, the tolls get more expensive the farther you go. Sucks, man. Everything in this level sucks. I think this level sucks. Trying to remember what's over here, besides this jiggy. Tucked neatly away in the corner. Alright, that's another one in the bag. Definitely gotta make sure I kill these guys. I'm not trying to have a repeat. There's another life that I don't need. That's why I always buy the day pass, jeez. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. One day I want to make a video on extra lives. Like, actually, I think that's a topic that would be fun to discuss because lives are such an outdated mechanic. It's funny. And it's funny how also some games still cling to those old ways. Also, anyway, that's Snorkel, the dolphin. He's being crushed by an anchor. We have to save him. See, I could just invincibility my way through this too. But I could also do this. And of course, kill the seaman. I can't stop, I'm sorry. I said I would stop and I can't. It's too easy. Anyway, we hoist the anchor and we save our dolphin friend. Thanks, guys. I found this earlier. It's yours. There he goes. Be free, Snorkel. Be free. It's funny, and I'm no marine biologist, but apparently dolphins are kind of assholes, from what I hear. At least in the context of, like, other sea creatures. That's what she said. Yeah, I walked right into that one. Anyway, I need to get out of here before I drown. I also can't imagine all this oil is good for the fur. Or the wings. Oh man, I'm so glad that when you kill an enemy in this game, they stay dead. I'm gonna miss that. Also, hey, it's a funny little guy. I don't know what he's doing all the way over there, or how he got there, but we do have to save him. Unfortunately, there's another reason why this level hates you, because guess who's back? Somehow, I can't survive in the oily water, but apparently he can. I guess sharks are just immune to pollution or whatever. Anyway, we gotta swim in this hole here. But yeah, that hole in the wall over there, that's actually pretty easy to miss. As is this whole section. But it is very important that we come here. Oh yeah, also the evil life preservers, because of course. They're not much of a threat, as you can imagine. But yeah, in here is actually where our second hollow honeycomb piece is. Rusty Bucket is also pretty easy when it comes to them. Just pretty decently hidden, I'd say. Alright, just do a quick trip in the air. And that's all the hollow honeycomb pieces for Rusty Bucket. Huh. That's... Oh, I was about to say, it's like, is this water actually clean? It's like, of course it isn't. That'd be too nice. Anyway, you're probably asking yourself, how do we get out of here? Well, thankfully, there's a hole in this gate. Unthankfully, we are short on time and breath. Thankfully, jumping in and out of the water will stall it out. It won't give you more air, but it will buy you some time. That was actually close. I thought getting hit by that shark might have sealed our fate. I never like doing that. Again, I don't like doing a lot of things this level. We're making decent progress. We just have to make sure we can keep that progress. Anyway, of course, there's another little guy in the middle of a bunch of toxic waste. For some reason. I used to think this toxic waste was an insta-kill. I'm very thankful that it's not. Yeah, a little bit of radiation never hurt anyone, though. Yeah, very thankful it's not instant kill, because I would have died 2 times over if it was. Oh, great, more TNT. But I know how to nail my shots. Sometimes. Anyway, we gotta pay more troll tolls. It's a good thing we got all those eggs. We'll be spending them. But anyway, let's climb up here real quick. Up this crane. Yeah, we press the shiny red button and up comes the Jiggy. Unfortunately, like all good things, are not made to last, so we got 16 seconds to get that jiggy. It's funny, Grunty could have won right then and there. I don't know why the cage waits for you to get out from under it. If it just kept going, the game would have been over. She would have won. Like, straight up. Villains. And then you get trapped for life. Exactly. Like, that's all that had to happen. No. Guess she didn't think that one through. It's very funny. It's never not going to bother me to some degree. But that's neither here nor there. We still have more of this level to get through. So let's look inside these shipping crates. Just random beehive chilling over there. There's a lot of notes in here though. Die. Nice. Yeah, I think we'll be good on Mumbo tokens for our final shaman encounter. Because, yeah, we only see Mumbo one more time. Eggs. Alright, let's see what's in crate number 2. Oh, right, it's just a bunch of TNT. But unfortunately, there are some notes in here, so we have to collect those. That's it. You don't get anything for killing them all. Well, that's a lie. You get an extra life if you bother to kill all the boom boxes. That's what they're called, by the way. But we don't need that. We just needed those 4 notes that were in there randomly. Wow, double kill. And in this shipping crate, there's a Jinjo. Somewhere. Also, this Mumbo token that I'll just be grabbing. Oh, there you go. How? Oh. Convenient ladder. It was like, how do you get out of here again? Alright, we're back to it. Unfortunately, we can't get over there. We have to get to the other side from the ship. Thankfully, we can just take this crane back to the ship. Forgot about that part, honestly. Alright, up we go. But yeah, we shouldn't have much longer in Rusty Bucket. And I'm just seriously dreading the engine, going back to the engine room. But I mean, I guess if I collect all the notes and then die, it'll still count. I don't have to recollect them all because I would have got them all for the note score. That is one thing I will give the Xbox version of this game credit for, is that when you collect the notes, they're yours to keep. I do appreciate that. Granted, the whole note score thing isn't a game breaker. I wouldn't have played this game so much if it was, but like, it can be a bit annoying. Anyway, let's press this switch real quick. And there's a Jiggy just right out there in the open. That'll be easy enough to get. Can I make this? No, I can't. That's fine. Anyway, up we go. And then we have to use this very precariously perched TNT box to get to this other crane. And then we can pay the troll toll from the other side. A whole 6 eggs. Highway robbery. It's even shaped weird. And of course, right on the other side, there's another toll for 8 eggs. I swear, I'm not kidding, this level hates you. But unfortunately, we have to pay this troll toll, because that's where our last Jinjo is. Heavily guarded, mind you. Anyway, that's all the Jinjos in Rusty Bucket, and another Jiggy in the bag. That makes 8. I'm not gonna talent trap because I don't want to fall off. He says as he falls off. Please tell me there's a ladder or something over here. Okay, good. I should have never opened my mouth. Alright, well, let's get back over this crane, because we do have a TNT crate to drop. I'm not sure how the ship is still floating after getting a giant hole blown into its hull, but I'm no engineer. Oh, and the last 4 notes are also in the engine room, because they were in the middle part that I couldn't access, so we'll be getting to that. Anyway, bombs away. Yeah, just a giant hole blown into the ship. I guess it's only on the top of the ship, to be fair, but even then, I think that's a very dangerous thing. I feel like that'll throw the weight off or something. Anyway, we have a Jiggy, but oh no, it's guarded by another quote-unquote boss battle. Who dares enter Boss Boombox's hold? I've hidden my jigsaw. You'll never get it. Oh no. A bunch of boxes that splinter off into smaller boxes. The horror. I'm so threatened right now. I have absolutely no chance of victory. Arg, you splintered me. Take this. I didn't want it, really. I don't know why you put up a fight for it. So yeah, it's funny how they put up all these eggs expecting that, you know, you'll shoot him or something, but no. If you have the feathers, you can literally just stand there and watch him kill himself. Granted, that did take most of my golden feathers, but I think it was worth it. Well, if anything, I think it's always worth it. Because not only is it quick, it's also good for a laugh. We'll find more. Sooner or later. Anyway, it's back to the engine room. Moment of truth. Ow. One more Jiggy to get and we can leave. Never look back, at least until I decide to play this game again. So yeah, the fans slow down enough for you to jump through them, and I actually got it on my first try. I'm surprised. But anyway, that's all the notes. We got all the hollow honeycomb pieces, and there's our last Jiggy. Nothing to it. And with that, we're done with Rusty Bucket Bay. Now I just have to get out in one piece. Can he do it again? With an uneven camera, no less. He can. He's just that good. He's simply goated, Your Honor. Nothing to it. Yeah, I mean, the engine room is like the most dangerous room in all of this game, I'd say. I'm sure it's caused many a death, even in the most experienced of players. But yeah, just like that, we are done with Rusty Bucket Bay. We'll do a few more housekeeping things for next time, and I think I will call it a night from there. Wow, your best note score for this world is now 100. Who would have guessed? But anyway, yeah, now we have to swim back over here. Well, for one reason, we need to claim our Jiggy. And two, I think I will show off something in this game before I go. Anyway, there's our Jiggy. Just literally out in the open, gotta love it. Bust this grate open real quick. And yeah, we actually have a third water level switch. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, do you need to make it any higher? Well, technically no, but it's there. And also, this water raising is temporary. You have 30 seconds. So we have to hurry our butts over back to Rusty Bucket. And you're probably wondering, well, this is temporary, why bother doing it? Well, there's a neat little secret if you have the time. I almost missed it. I wasn't quite sure where it was. Yeah, there's a little chamber up here if you manage to make it up here in time. And we have this little fella. Cheeto the spellbook you have found. Magic cheats I have for you. Hey, book brain, what did you say? You better not give my spells away. Which lost book? Finders Baron Bird R. Spell they get. You sure do, bag lady. Come on, book boy. Give us the spells. Only one spell Cheeto can tell. Enter the code Gold Feathers on Sandcastle floor in Treasure Trove Cove Wood. Help you it will. Thanks, Mr. Cheeto. Hidden in lair other spellbooks are. Them you should find. Your feathered buddy that you've brung. Useless like a pile of dung. So anyway, yeah, that's Cheeto, the spellbook. Cheeto is scattered. Cheeto's in a couple places scattered around the lair. If you find him, he'll give you a cheat. And like he said, you can enter said cheat in the Sandcastle of Treasure Trove Cove. But like I said when we were in Treasure Trove Cove, you can't use too many cheats because Grunty will call you out on it. And if you use more than 2, she'll just straight up delete your save file. Yeah, in fact, that's the only useful cheat Cheeto gives you, in my opinion, is the gold feathers, which, if you could not imagine, it gives you... It doubles the capacity of gold feathers you can hold, from 10 to 20. Anyway, there's a note door up here. Just have to get that real quick. I like how the timer's still going even though we're not in the room anymore. So yeah, unfortunately we also have to deal with all these whiplashes. Kinda sucks. Yeah, here we have our final real hub area in the lair. And the return of the big butt. But anyway, we have to come down here because we have our final shortcut. Well, not our final one, but a very important one. But yeah, there's a lot of important stuff in this area of the lair. First will knock you out. It amazes me that you can't kill those bulls. We have another note door, which honestly we could get past right now, but we have to be diligent. There's another pathway that's not important. But what is important is this little switch right here. We press it, and boom. So yeah, I didn't show it off earlier, but that section of the lair is actually back where Treasure Trove Cove is. If you went to the left and swam under where the waterfall was, it would take you to that little alcove. You would clearly see a portrait, but there wouldn't be a pedestal there. And what I think is insanely clever game design, it's like you can't put Jiggies in a portrait if there's no pedestal. So if you do decide to look over there, which we didn't because I already know what I'm doing, Yeah, this area right over here. But yeah, if you were the curious type and swam over here, you would just see that, and you'd be wondering, huh? How do I put Jiggies in this portrait then? Well, now you know the answer, and now that the pedestal's here, we can do our due diligence. So 15 Jiggies later, yeah, that's a lot. We unlock the final world of the game, Click Clock Wood, my second favorite level. And that's why we needed that shortcut to get back here really fast. But yeah, we'll head to Click Clock Wood entrance and call it a night. Hey Banjo, you're looking glum. It must be hard, being so dumb. Ooh, dang, it's a real scorcher there. My grandkids will be feeling that one. But yeah, let's head back on over to the wood. Yeah, I do think that is actually really clever, how it shows you the portrait, but there's no pedestal for it. Because it's in a relatively early part of the game, too. And that's what I like about Grunty's Lair. It's like it shows you the answers. You just have to find the solutions sometimes. Whoops. Yeah, here we are at Click Clock Wood, but I'm going to call it a night from there. I know it was a bit on the shorter side. I do apologize, but it's just like, I mean, you could kind of hear it in my voice. It was just kind of low energy tonight. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. Truly, I do. Again, if you do want to donate, any amount is appreciated. It's always nice. But thank you guys for watching. Those are my links as well. The best way to see when I go live, all that good stuff. And yeah, if I feel up to it, I should be back. I'll try to be back on Friday, and we'll probably finish this game. Other than that, that's really all I got. Let me see if I can send you somewhere.